Hello everyone, and welcome to a very cool video for anyone wanting to create really great house bass lines and acid lines. My name's Andy Van from Super Disco Club and Madison Avenue. You may remember a track I made back in 1999 called Don't Call Me Baby. Here's a snippet of some of the bass lines we'll be creating today. So let's get into it. So this is a super fun Ableton file for you guys. It creates endless bassline variations that you could use in house, disco house, tech house, techno, and more. So let's go over the project. At the top, I have a simple set of house drums, a kick, clap loop, and hat loop. And then the main device I'm using is this awesome free Max for Live device called Stinger, created by Skinnerbox. He created this uber cool tool that creates random basslines or melodies. I believe he created it for acid house, but in this instance, I'm using it to create basslines. Okay, in this project, I've created 3 racks. The first is Sting V1.8. And let's go over the controls. To create a new random bass, you click on this smiley face. Some of the random basses will be really good, and some of them not so great, but that's part of the fun. The rest of the bassline device does look quite complex, but I'll run over the most important parts for you now. Here, you can select the key of the bassline that you want to create. Here, you can select if you want any swing in your bass. Here, you can select the rate. I suggest leaving it at 1/16 to begin. Here you can select the length, which could be 1 bar, 2 bars, or 4 bars. And here you can adjust the density or complexity of the bass line. And finally here, with this dial, you can select the type of randomization. I've created a bunch of randomization variations here. So after you hit the smiley face, you can select any of these variations, which will slightly alter the bass line you've just created. So this Sting rack creates a random MIDI bass line, but we need a sound source to play the bass line. I'm using a great bass sound from Silent, which I love, but if you don't have Silent, don't stress. You can insert your own bass sound from Ableton, Vital, Arturia, whatever you like. And then finally, I have a sidechain on this channel. I'm using Kickstart 2, but if you don't have that, you can use your own sidechain. Okay, let's have a listen to the bassline generator. So not all of them are going to be great, but there was definitely some strong ones in there, and that was only 30 seconds, but it certainly gives you a good idea of the potential. Next we can check out the second bassline rack I created called Sting V1. I actually like this one a lot better. It has a MIDI display area. Again, the controls are similar, but cut down quite a lot. It still has a smiley face create button. It has length, but no density or swing options. But I did add pitch, where after you've created a bass line, you can raise or lower the pitch of the bass line created. The other unfortunate downfall of this second rack is you can't select the key, which is definitely a shame, but it does create very, very cool bass lines, which is why I've included it. Let's give it a listen. So you can see the V1 generator is really great. I absolutely love it. One important thing to note is these 2 red and pink channels here are MIDI generators. They are outputting MIDI all the time, so you can only have 1 on at a time. If you have 2 or 3 on, they will all output bass lines at the same time, and it will be a super out of key mess. Okay, moving on. You've got a bass line that you like. You can either bounce it off as audio, or I've created a way so you can save it as a MIDI file. All you do is jump down to this channel and select the input of what bass channel you liked. It would either be Bass Sting V1.8 or Bass Sting V1.0. Make sure the red record icon is on, and then hit record at the top. And now you have the MIDI notes of the bass line you liked. Sometimes you may miss the start of the recording if Ableton loops round, so just grab the second half and copy it to the front. Here's some MIDI files of bass lines that I previously created that I really liked that I've included in this Ableton file. Okay, final thing, here's a special bonus in this Ableton file for all those that love TB303 and acid sounds. I've added a killer acid bass version with a special SDC acid sound module with a bunch of cool acid variations. Check this out. Let me tell you, the acid version is a lot of fun. You can spend a lot of hours in this Ableton file. I actually do myself. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll catch you on the next one. By the way, if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about disco house and house music production and want to support us so we can make more videos like this, then please consider joining our Patreon and becoming part of that community. Thanks so much. We'll see you on the next video.